जय विष्णुपाद ब्रह्म सपरिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टवता अष्टोत्तर श्री श्रीवारी भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे श्री वृंदावन धाम की श्री कार्तिक यात्रा की ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुषुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी आश्यात देशतारिणे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So first of all, welcome all of you for the Vrindavan Kartik Yatra 2024. I want to really thank you, every individual devotee who have come here for this yatra. From the material point of view, for a gentleman, for any individual also, to tell your family that this Diwali I will be in Vrindavan with some sadhus. It's not a normal thing. So it's a very great sacrifice that you all have actually take out your time, took your leaves, convinced your family, or made your way out to be here, to come here and be in this association of devotees, especially one of the very important festivals, Diwali. Actually, I know it's so difficult. Parents practically, hit their head on the wall, to convince you, how can you leave Diwali and go? But still, you all have made it, and many of you all are consistently coming for several years. And those who have come, how many of you have come for the first time to Vrindavan Dham? Very nice. How many of you come first time with devotees? You must have come before, but with devotees you have come for the first time. Good, very nice. So I really want to thank all of you for coming out and taking your time and making this yatra successful with your participation. So this is, generally we call it Kartik Mas, Damodar Mas. Very, very special. We have been hearing about our Krishna Consciousness philosophy from all our superiors. And some of you must be very new to Krishna Consciousness. Some of you must be practicing quite some time. Some of you must be practicing for a long time. And you have come to Vrindavan for the first time, second time, third time, or almost 10 years you are coming. But this Damodar Mas, this month is very, very special to be here. It is unimaginable. What kind of mercy, what kind of sukruti, what prayers, what mercy we have got that we are able to be here in this holy Dham of Vrindavan in the month of Kartik. In the material world, everyone is running behind success, not knowing the goal of life, not knowing the purpose of human form of life. Everyone is very much mesmerized. Maya, the Lord's energy, is so powerful. It makes us run, 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 and everyone is busy by the energies of Maya. And that Supreme Lord who binds everyone in this world, those who are not spiritually inclined, those who have material desires, they need something to live in the material world. So Krishna has created such anxieties and such energies in the world that one is so busy. That Supreme Lord, who is the creator, maintainer of all the three worlds, he actually gets bind in this month. That's why it's also called Damodar Mas. That Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, who even the yogis, great yogis, great sadhus, are trying to search the Supreme Lord, trying to meditate, to contemplate on Him, who's within the heart. That Lord gets bind in this month by the love of His mother. By the love of His mother. There are so many pastimes. The Lord, when we have an incident, we have only two reasons. One is immediate and second is karma. One is immediate and second is your karma. And Prabhupada was a very powerful preacher. But when the Lord does these things, Lord performs any pastimes, So there are so many reasons to it. One pastime leads to another pastime leads to third pastime, and the third pastime leads to fourth pastime. The evidence of all this is Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam, if you lead one pastime, leads to another pastime. Srila Prabhupada was having one conversation. So he was a Mayavadi sadhu, not sadhu, an intelligent Mayavadi. So he was telling Mayavadis don't believe in, they are atheists kind of. So they don't believe in the existence of God. They don't believe Rama and Krishna to be God. So their understanding is everyone is God. Daridra Narayan, they say. Everyone is God. So Srila Prabhupada was having a conversation with him. So this gentleman was trying to explain how Rama and Krishna become very good gentlemen. Rama and Krishna, by their good deeds, they become famous. Similarly, everyone is doing Leela. And even Rama and Krishna did Leela. So Prabhupada was trying to explain to him that how Rama and Krishna are supreme personality and they are not bound by the karma. And human beings, what Leela they are doing? So he said, no, human beings are also doing Leela. So Prabhupada said, if suppose I take if someone beats you on your face with the shoe, what Leela it is? He says, someone takes a shoe and beat you on your face, what Leela it is? Tell me. So the guy could not answer anything. Prabhupada said, someone takes a shoe and face throws on your face, what Leela it will be? It is your karma. It is your karma. So like that, Srila Prabhupada used to awake, people. So anyway, my point was that Supreme Lord, who actually is not, nobody can catch him. He gets caught. In fact, Damodar Leela, one very beautiful thing which I heard was that Mother Yashoda, when she was binding Krishna for stealing butter, she was binding Krishna to the wooden mortar. So when she took the rope of her house. So what happened? Anyone knows? Who? How much short? 2 fingers. 2 fingers short. And then Mother Yashoda got all the ropes in the house and then turned it around. After turning it around, it was short by 2 fingers. And then she was so much in anxiety that, what is this? Then she called for the ropes of the neighbors. And with that she tried to tie. And then it was again what? 2 finger short. Now, materially you may think, अरे ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? इतना सा बच्चा, इतना मोटर, इतना मीटर का रस्सी है, बांध दिया तो खत्म हो जाता है. ये क्या बना रहे हैं? But that's not how spiritual energies work. It's beyond our dimension. That spiritual energies are completely different. What you have to understand is 2 finger short. How can 2 finger be short when so much rope is there? Is not our science. Spiritual side doesn't work according to our calculation. But then, of course, I don't remember. I don't have any praman. But I heard in one class. Finally, one of all the gopis were bringing their ropes from their houses, and one of the rope happens to be Radharani's hairband. And when that was stringed, then Krishna got caught. Krishna got tied in the motor. So that Supreme Lord actually, he gets tied by his love of his devotees this month. So that is why it is also known as Kartik Maas. So many pastimes, Govardhan Leela happened in this month. Lord Ramachandra reaches Ayodhya, right? That's Deepavali. Happened on Kartik month. And Deepdan, offering lamb to the Lord. It is said that offering lamb to the Lord, one gets millions and millions of time more benefit in Maya Vrindavan Dham, or when he offers this deep to Lord Damodar. Similarly, to get association of sadhus and going and seeing these holy places is unimaginable. It's totally unimaginable. How many of you, when I came first time, I was like a young 20 years old boy. And all of you are seeing now Dinabandhu Prabhu, he's almost 70 plus. When I met him, it was 2000 year means 25 years back. 25 years, huh? 25 years back. I was here in Vrindavan and I had come for a yatra with a group of devotees from Bombay. And suddenly it was announced that Dinabandhu Prabhu, we have 4 seats left. Which place I don't remember. And then I walked in and went with him. And I was shocked. That, because you see, we all go to holy places, right? How many of you visited to holy places with your family? Holy place. How many of you visited to holy places with your family? Everyone, right? From the childhood we go, right? From the childhood we go to holy places with our family. But it is said the Dham, the holy place, doesn't reveal itself to anyone and everyone. It doesn't reveal itself to anyone and everyone. Unless a person comes with a devotee, unless a person comes with association of devotees and hears from devotees about the glories of the Supreme Lord in the Dham, that's when the Dham reveals the devotee about its potency. Otherwise, you just go, see the holy place like this and put some coins in the place and next place. Just covering the place. बोलते हैं ना, हम लोग के सारे दर्शन हो गए आज. हमारे सारे दर्शन हो गए. But for me, when I went with Dinabandhu Prabhu, for the first time, it was a shock of my life. First of all, being an Indian, knowing about Krishna and Rama from childhood, and sitting in front of an American who can speak so well Hindi and so beautiful pastime and singing. Those days, to Dinabandhu Prabhu used to dance also with a stick in the hand like this. He used to dance, roll around. I don't know, a few days ago I shared a video on the group by broadcast where he was dancing. But I've seen him dancing and swinging with the Brajvasis locally. And that was a shock of my life. That was a shock of my life to have such a... Srila Prabhupada also mentions that about his disciples. Srila Prabhupada disciples whom we are getting association here, they're very special. Srila Prabhupada mentions that my spiritual master, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, has sent all his devotees to assist in this mission. My spiritual master has sent all these devotees to assist me in this mission. So all all these devotees who are born in different part of the world, who are practicing Krishna consciousness, revealing us the Dham. We all are so much engrossed in the material platform. But when we hear from the sadhu, Krishna's pastimes, Krishna's holy name, we practically experience in the holy Dham that Krishna Katha is very purifying to the heart. It is very nectarian. Holy name is very sweet. We hear these things. And we, of course, with our temple life also we have certain experience in association. But specifically when we come to Vrindavan Dham in Kartik, or we go to Mayapur in Gaupurnima, in that occasion when we hear the same pastime, the potency of it is very, very high. The potency of it is very, very high. But one very important thing, we have to be very cautious when we are in a yatra. Yatra, we should make sure, we should understand that yatra is not picnic. There's a difference between yatra and picnic. Picnic means you pay something and then you are guaranteed some facility. Yatra means we are suffering in this material world for millions and millions of lifetime. And some Vaishnava sadhu and Krishna has been very kind on us. And we made it to come to Shri Vrindavan Dham. We made it to Vrindavan Dham. That is called a yatra. You make it. Somehow that's not the money and the ticket. It's the years. When you hear Krishna Katha and when you contemplate on that, that is the success of yatra. Just coming to the ticket and trying to see, it just says the Dham, the holy place, covers itself. Covers itself. Very important point. The holy place will cover itself for the person who doesn't have the right attitude, the person who doesn't have sincerity, the person who's not trying to see from the eyes of Shastras. Technically, it is called Shastra Chakshu. Seeing the Dham through the eyes of scriptures. When you see that, then the Dham will reveal. Otherwise, it's a very busy place. It's austere. People are driving here. People are shouting. Buses. You have to walk away from far away place. You have to walk and come to your place to stay. And again, you have to run and put the Dham, Kartik Yatra. Then your leader will send a message. Lecture is starting. Evening lecture is starting. You have to come for it. It's the holy place will cover itself. Then if it covers itself, immediately you can see the symptoms. The symptoms will be, अरे क्या है ये सब? अरे मेरा पैर दुख रहा है, मेरा पीठ दुख रहा है, मेरा सर दुख रहा है, अरे प्रसाद देखो प्रसाद है, मेरे आने तो गुलाब जामुन खत्म हो गया, सेकेंड टाइम सर्विंग मिला नहीं, उसको फैसिलिटी है मुझे नहीं है. So all this is you can understand, it's a play of mind. Of course, there will be definitely inconvenience. We are not perfect human beings. Management means there will be issues, there will be some problem, but we are there to resolve. Definitely, it should be brought to the right person. But you have to be very cautious. There is Dham Aparadh, there is Seva Aparadh. Dham Aparadh means you should not speak anything which is non-Krishna conscious. You should not talk about your materialistic life. You should not use the language which you talk generally outside Dham. Arey kya hai re, chalna yaar tu. Is it like that? Loose tongue, loose language, loosely commenting. It happens. When you are new in Krishna consciousness, it's very conditioned to happen. We all have gone through it. So we have to be very, very careful with these things. Be very cautious about making comments. If there is any problem, you should definitely bring it to your superiors. Don't be cautious about making offenses in the Dham. Towards the holy Dham, towards the devotees, towards any situation. You should be extra cautious about these things. That will help you to relish the holy place. This Krishna Consciousness movement uh, is very special, and the Dham was not so easily available until Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent his devotees, and who, headed by Srila Prabhupada for us, has revealed us this Dham. It was very difficult. I I came to Vrindavan in 1996 also with my parents, and we were on a North India tour actually. So we had to cover everything, our package mein. So 1.5 day was Vrindavan. In that 1.5 day, how many of you been that package में सब cover करना पड़ता है ना? 1996 I had come like that, but we had to just immediately 3-4 things were very important in Vrindavan. We have to do. One was यमुना में नहाना पड़ेगा, भांग के बिहारी का दर्शन करना पड़ेगा, और बाकी मेरे गली में टिक्की और लस्सी खाना है. ये सब बहुत जरूरी है, हमारे गाइड ने बोला था. After doing that, then भागो, लिख लो यहाँ से भाग. But the real nectar is hearing about Krishna. Today, I experienced this. We went to Śrī Ghat, right? Today we went to Ram Ghat, Śrī Ghat, and Akshay Vat. Ram Ghat, Śrī Ghat, and Akshay Vat. Once I had asked Veeramanda Prabhu that, Prabhuji, instead of covering all these places, so many places, because earlier when he was very young, he used to bring us back by 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, like this. But eventually, Aarti. So I asked him that, why you describe so much the scene of Vrindavan? He said, if you read Srimad Bhagavatam, that's how Vrindavan is, he said. It's all about trees, birds, lakes, flowers, ponds, mountains, Radha, Krishna, gopis. That is Vrindavan all about, nothing else. In the material world, we get material bodies because of our desires. Someone is in a male body, someone is in a female body, someone's body is very young, someone's body is very old. We all are in different situations. But only one single thing which can attract all of us, this is Krishna Katha. Everyone can hear it. Everyone can relish it. Correct? Everyone can relish it. That is called transcendental, the pastimes of Krishna. There is very deeper tattva about this holy place, Radha Krishna's pastime. Because in the material world, I always share this famous experience which I had in my youth when I was practicing. It was in somewhere in 2000. Radha and Krishna, I was from Bhiwandi, I was going to Jew temple for a festival. So I was chanting. So one of my friend who happened to come and sit next to me in the bus, he saw me chanting. So when he saw me chanting, he said, "Tu Iskcon ko follow karta, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna walo." मैं मंदिर ही जा रहा हूँ. So he became very serious actually. And today also that seriousness reflects my mind. He felt very offended by Krishna. And he said, मैं भगवान को मानता हूँ और कृष्णा को भी मानता हूँ, मगर कृष्णा ने हिंदू लोग का नाम बहुत खराब किया. इतनी सारी पत्नी और इतनी सारी गर्लफ्रेंड, अपने हिंदू लोग का नाम खराब हो गया. मैं मानता हूं मगर इसे. And apparently I had read Science of Self-Realization, Perfect Question, Perfect Answer by then, Srila Prabhupada's books. Some of the books I have read. So I replied him very nicely. I told him, तुम भगवान को मानते हो ना? बोला हाँ, मेरे को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है कृष्णा से. So I said, भगवान का मतलब क्या है? Now this is Prabhupada's preaching. Huh? In the first ball only he was finished. All 3 stumps down. भगवान का मतलब क्या है? He did not have an answer. He said, भगवान है? ऐसे नहीं, भगवान का मतलब क्या है? So then I explained it. Bhagwan means God means He owns everything. सही बात है कि नहीं? I said, हाँ, सब कुछ भगवान, अपन में भगवान का ही, अपना सब कुछ भगवान का ही है. Hindus are very good at this, huh? You tell them chant, बोला हम लोग दिन भर जपते हैं. जप करो, हम दिन भर जपते हैं. So Prabhupada used to say, मन में. So Prabhupada used to say, मन में खाओ, मन में खाओ, मन में खा सकते हैं, मन में खाओ फिर. So Hindus are very good at all these things. हम लोग का बहुत ये चलता है, हम लोग के फैमिली में ये चलता है, हम लोग उसके बिना ये नहीं करते हैं, हम लोग हर साल ये करते हैं, हम लोग हर साल उधर भी जाते हैं. All tape recorder starts, when you ask them spirituality. So I asked him, brought him back. भगवान का मतलब क्या है? I said, do you agree that he owns everything? He said, I totally agree he owns everything. I said, then do you agree that he owns, by the time this friend was married, I said, does he own you? He said, yes. Does he own your house? He said, yes. Does he own Bhivandi? He said, yes. Does he own your family? He said, yes. I said, does he own your wife? She was silent for a few seconds. She said, Bhagwan ka hi sab kuch. I said, nahi. Then I explained him, Baba, it is, everything belongs to Krishna. We are enjoying Krishna's property. Krishna is not enjoying our property. We are enjoying Krishna's property. Krishna has facilitated us. Everything belongs to Sri Krishna. This is the Tattva. This is Tattva. This is called Tattva Vichar. Seeing through the eyes of scriptures. Krishna is the enjoyer and we are to be enjoyed. And we are supposed to assist in his enjoyment. And this Vrindavan Dham is the symbol of that. In Goloka Vrindavan, there is no time, there is no day, there is no night. There is only pleasure. Srimati Radharani and the gopis and all the Brajvasis, they are just serving Krishna. And in this material world, people are suffering. Towards that suffering, there has to be some relief. So Krishna appears in this world. When Krishna wanted to come, Krishna doesn't have to come to kill. In this Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashayata dharma samsthapanartaya. Krishna doesn't have to come to do all these things actually. If he just stops oxygen, everything will be finished. Correct or not? He doesn't have to come to do all these things. Our acharyas, they reveal details about Krishna. Until you know the person very closely, you don't know the truth about him, right? Sometimes you feel, like you see a very beautiful girl and a very beautiful boy. You feel very attracted. Or you see a very beautiful married couple and a nice car. And you feel, Arey, wow, this is such a nice life there. Gaadi hai, bangla hai, dono sundar hai. But truth is something else. That saying is there, no? You just said that, before marriage, I used to feel my wife is Chandramukhi. And after marriage, she's Jwalamukhi. Someone shared a reel with me, one devotee only. Nice reel. One girl and boy, they meet each other. And there was a marriage alliance, The marriage alliance means girl will come, boy will come, they'll be a little shy, talk to each other like that, So the boy asked the girl's name. So the girl very, very shyly, she said her name. I don't remember the name. Some name she said. So the boy told her, do you speak so soft and so slowly? And immediately the clip changes. मेरी आवाज ही ऐसी है, सुनना है तो सुनो या तो जाओ भांड में. Immediately the clip changes, Immediately the clip changes. I was shocked. My God, Suddenly the clip changes. Thak se ekdam. It was like 5 seconds. They thak karke. Same lady after marriage. The scene, सुनना है तो सुनो या तो भाड़ में जाओ. So anyways, this is not about Mataji Prabhu, but I'm trying to tell you that in the material world everything looks very beautiful, but Krishna appeared in this world to this is just one story of material world. There are so many other things, so many other things from the boyhood, from the youth to the teenage, fatherhood, old age. Every level there are problems. Family life have problems. Youth have problems. Nowadays, smartphone, pornography, and distraction, and all these things. Of course, we all are struggling with that. There are so many problems, but there's only one solution. That is Krishna Katha. And our acharyas that say, in this material world, people are suffering so much. And this Krishna Katha is the only solution. Only solution. If you hear about Krishna, and that is the reason, even it is said, when Krishna, when the material world is created, and there are so many other yugas, but there is one Leela which is meant by our acharyas, is that after the time had come that Krishna had to appear in this world. So Krishna told Srimati Radharani, he told that now time has come for us to go. Radhika, you also come. Radha, you also come. And Radharani said, cha, I am not going to go to this disgusted material world. There is no Vrindavan, there is no Govardhan, there is no Yamuna. So then Krishna first sends the holy Dham, Goloka Vrindavan, here in this Bhuma Vrindavan. And then he sends Yamuna. Then when Yamuna manifests, Govardhan manifests. And then it is, Radhika, dekho, Govardhan, Yamuna and Vrindavan, all have manifested. Now you appear. And that's when Radharani appears. And these beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna, they happen here. This Vrindavan Dham teaches us that Krishna enjoys, and if we hear about his enjoyment, we will actually enjoy and relish. Today, those who have not come to Chir Ghat, how a pure devotee of Krishna, how a great Vaishnava, in seconds, in few seconds, he can take us beyond the material world, beyond bodily platform was experienced. When Baba was speaking, Dinabandhu Prabhu was speaking the Chir Haran Leela, I was thinking, who in this material world can actually speak like this? Right, Navadhan? Who in this material world can speak like this? As soon as you speak something like this, immediately our consciousness goes into completely lower level of understanding and knowledge which we gain in the material world. But a sadhu, Vaishnava, pure devotee, in seconds he can uplift us. And you saw how he spoke. Radharani, all are shivering in the water. The whole description, it was, these things are miracles actually. Like Srila Prabhupada once was preaching in India. And Prabhupada was, if you hear his lectures in preaching to the Indians, it was very heavy. Extra heavy. Because he really hated Indians' arrogance of following God and ignorance of philosophy. You understand? Arrogance of, like nowadays youths, they feel they are very spiritual because when they cross a mandir, they will, and they feel so good, they are devotees, Arrogance, ignorance and arrogance. So Prabhupada used to be very strong while preaching in India. So I will tell you two occasions. I have told this many times. One, Srila Prabhupada was in Gujarat and he was in the house of a gentleman, a businessman. And he had invited, the businessman invited some of his family and friends. And Prabhupada was preaching in Hindi. So while Srila Prabhupada was speaking, so this Gujarati businessman asking, Swamiji, the Gujarati accent is there na? Swamiji, आप लोग को something like that Gujarati accent. He said, आप लोग गरीब लोग के लिए कुछ करते क्यों नहीं? तो प्रभु हम लोग सबके लिए करते हैं सर. कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस, कृष्ण भक्ति सबके लिए, गरीब हो, अमीर हो, लड़की हो, लड़का हो, बच्चा हो, सबके लिए. नहीं स्वामी जी, फिर आप गरीब लोगों के कुछ करते नहीं है. So Prabhupada said, आप क्यों सोचते हैं आप गरीब नहीं हैं? आप ऐसा क्यों सोचते हैं आप गरीब नहीं हैं? The man said that, नहीं नहीं स्वामी जी हम तो ठीक ठाक है, हम तो व्यापार है, हम तो ठीक ठाक है हमारा सब कुछ. Prabhupada said, गधा भी ऐसे ही सोचता है मैं ठीक हूँ ऐसे. दिन भर काम करता है थोड़े से घास के लिए, जो जंगल में ऐसे पड़ा है जाके भाग के खा लेगा तो फ्री में मिलेगा. फिर भी गधा भी ऐसे ही सोचता है मैं ठीक ठाक हूँ. एंड Prabhupada was telling this to this gentleman in their house, you know. That was Srila Prabhupada. So one day, Srila Prabhupada was also similarly with a gathering of Indian gentlemen, and there was Prabhupada's American and you know European disciples, and there was a question asked about Swami ji kuch chamatkar dikhao. Two different occasions were there like this only, similar occasions. So Swami ji kuch chamatkar dikhao. आपका कुछ आपने, they wanted to know that did Srila Prabhupada do some tantra, yantra, mantra, and pooh, and these people become devotees. Some magic, you know. Like, you know, we all have demigod worship, you know, nowadays. Demigod worship, देवी आ गया है, इसके ऊपर नजर लग गया है, इसने कुछ कर दिया है, इसका बाल लेके कुछ कर लिया है. Everyone is worried about material world. डरने के लिए अनगिनत चीजें. So, they wanted to know what Srila Prabhupada did. And Srila Prabhupada said that he showed them, he told them that this is the miracle. He said, this is the magic. He said, there is no bigger magic than this. He said, this young American and European boys, they were addicted to all kind of sinful activities. Meat eating, gambling, illicit sex, and intoxication. They were addicted to it fully, and they were completely into these activities. Now they have given up all these things and become 100% Krishna's devotee. Show me a bigger miracle than this. Show me a bigger miracle than this. Being a devotee of Krishna, nobody can act, or you cannot be paid to be a devotee. One accepts Krishna consciousness with heart. One more occasion, Srila Prabhupada said, in one similar situation where Srila Prabhupada was actually with in Indian businessmen, Indian community, and his Western disciples were there. And Prabhupada made a statement. He said, Motilal Nehru, the father of Jawaharlal Nehru. He said, in the British era, Motilal Nehru had one British servant, and he used to pay him 10 times more than an Indian servant. Which means if he would have kept an Indian servant, he would pay him 100. To keep a British servant, he had to pay him 500 or 1,000 rupees. And Prabhupada said, Motilal Nehru had one British servant whom he was paying 10 times. And I have this American and European young boys, and they are ready to serve me and Krishna in any way I want, and I don't pay them anything. What did Prabhupada say? I don't pay them anything. Srila Prabhupada ki. That was Srila Prabhupada. So, we all are sitting here, no, this Vrindavan Yatra. Initially, Srila Prabhupada struggled 30 plus years in India to preach Krishna consciousness. And Indians were not interested. Indians were interested to go to America or send their children to America, or somehow or other they should be materially successful. ये जनरल हिंदू मीन्स घर होना चाहिए, एक घर हो गया तो दूसरे का भाड़ा, दूसरा हो जाए तो दूसरे का भाड़ा आ जाएगा, वो भी अच्छा हो जाए, और 4-5 घर हो जाए तो काम भी नहीं करना पड़ेगा आगे जाके. You know, that's the typical Indian mentality. You know? Or you should have money, our children education, they should be materially very, very successful. And Prabhupada philosophy was different. Prabhupada said children education means our children should be materially disqualified. That's how they should be educated. Materially disqualified. That means they cannot enjoy the material life because they don't feel the taste in it. They don't feel that education. Prabhupada said that is education. From childhood, if you give Krishna consciousness. And this Prashadam, this is Srila Prabhupada's preaching. Many of our devotees here have gone to 5-star, 7-star hotels, And you taste the food there and you just taste the food which you sit today on the street, you are sitting and eating. Is there a difference? That's his transcendence, that's his magic. This is the holy Dham with association of devotees, Prashadam, Kirtan, Katha. So please keep your consciousness and spirit very, very high. 2-3 very, very important points I would like to suggest to you all to be extra cautious. As I already said, Seva Aprad, Dham Aprad, be very cautious here in Yatra. Take association of good devotees. Many times in Yatras, we have some devotees who just come in thinking that चलो जाते जाने का पता चलता है अरे ये लोग तो 4 बजे उठाने वाले हैं और फिर मंदिर दौड़ाएंगे फिर एक से मंदिर से दूसरे मंदिर दौड़ाते जाएंगे दिन भर और शाम पे लाके छोड़ देंगे फिर बोलेंगे उठा दूसरा क्लास है. Some are not prepared for it. But you can communicate to your seniors that they are not prepared for it. Give them their space. But be cautious. Some are loose tongues. Arey, kya chal raha hai? Keep away. One of the very important things which I followed in my spiritual life, which helped me a lot, is I was very cautious what I am hearing and whom I am associating with. It's very extra cautious. I never associate with people who criticize without any gratitude. Constructive criticism is good suggestion. But ungrateful criticism is no gratitude and just complaining. Totally low, material platform. Be cautious about this association. Be cautious, Our yatras, there are so many young boys, young men, women, ladies. You have to be very cautious that we follow discipline, etiquettes. Women can cover their head as much as possible. Boys can always be separated. Our temples and our yatras are not, for lovebirds. They're meant for Krishna consciousness. They're not meant for finding girlfriend and boyfriend. Sometimes very low grade people come in. They try to find girlfriend and boyfriend. Or just, sometimes we just take it very low materially. Don't take it like that. Krishna consciousness should be taken in a very high spirit. Very, very high spirit. Service, attitude, and you should be very closely associating with. I am sure everyone who is here is connected to one superior, senior, right? All of you are connected to one superior here, correct? And that's what we should be doing. We should be taking their association. That attraction, try to understand this attraction to our seniors and following them is a very big boon in our material journey. I repeat, it's a very big boon in our material journey. Means what, After millions and millions and crores of life, we get attracted to Krishna's holy name. We get association of devotees, and we make up our mind to give up sinful activities. We make up our intelligence awakes to understand what is right, what is wrong based on shastras, based on scriptures. When that is there, it is very special. No material asset can gift us this boon. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? No material asset can give us this gift to be attracted. And taking their association, being in that path is that's why it is called spiritual life is like a razor edge. It's like a razor edge. You understand? Razor blade is like a razor edge. If you're very walking or very close to edge, little mistake cut, you'll get a cut. Sincerity, discipline, most important thing. As I mentioned, the holy Dham is revealed to us. We are actually able to experience, we are able to explain, have association. I want to ask all of you, how has this happened in our life? How is it so easily available? Because now if you go tell your family and friend, मैं वृंदावन जा रहा हूँ दिवाली के टाइम पे, मैं तो यात्रा में जा रहा हूँ. The first reply you get from the family and society is, ये पागल हो गया है. Correct or not? ये लोग पागल हो गए या तो ये पागल हो गया. This is the first reply. In general, there may be exceptions, but in general, they say, yeah, correct or not? But what is that mercy? I want to ask all of you. Who is responsible for that mercy? I'm asking you all, you can comment. Srila Prabhupada, okay? I want one specific thing. Association of devotees, right? There is a mood which is only available in a certain time and period. What is it? Huh? Who's that? What? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the most important thing. Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kari. Śrī Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kari. Sapashada Samdhama Savatari. Sapashada Samdhama Savatari. Atyanta Durlabha Prema Karibare Dana. Atyanta Durlabha Prema Karibare Dana. Shikhai Vo Sharanagati Bhakatera Prana. Shikhai Vo Sharanagati Bhakatera Prana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Daya Kari Saparshad Sahadam Swayam Avatari. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Jive Daya Kari. Jive Daya Kari means being compassionate to the jivas, the living entities. That Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has appeared with his associates and with his holy Dham. Atyanta Durlabha Prema. This is the essence of this Vrindavan Dham. Loving devotional service to Krishna is very, 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 very rare. It is not possible for someone to just tell suddenly that I'm not going to eat onion garlic anymore, I'm not going to eat non-veg food, I'm not going to do sinful activities, and I will become a devotee of Krishna. It is not an easy thing. It was very, very rare to understand that human life is meant for this. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't only give us this, he gives us Krishna Prem, loving devotion to Krishna. You understand? Loving devotion means whatever you are doing, it is out of devotion. Now I want to ask you one question. Is there anyone here who has come here because of force, to get some material help, or to get some extra marks in the exam, or to get some business contract? Huh? Is there anyone here for that? No. We are touched by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's devotee. This is the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we have been attracted to Krishna's love. That is why we have come to Sri Vrindavan Dham. And that is by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Sa Parshada Sahadam Atyanta Durlabha Prema Karibare Dan. You understand? Durlabh means very, very rare. Dan means something which is very rare is distributing as a donation free of cost to everyone. And he is teaching by his example. Shikhaibo Sharnagati. Sharnagati means what, you know? Can you surrender by force? Surrender can only be by love. Shikhaibo Sharnagati. And then he says the last thing. Bhagatera Pran. The life of a devotee is that surrender. And that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches by making this Krishna Katha available to us. Not only the privilege of Gaudiya-Vaishnavas is they can understand Radha and Krishna's pastimes, relish it and purify their heart. This is the privilege of Gaudiya-Vaishnavas. And we are enjoying that. It is said, there is a sale. Understand sale? Sale means you get more by paying. So coming to Vrindavan Yatra in the line of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees is like a spiritual sale. You are on a sale for next 7 days. You can take more than you can imagine. It's a sale. So please be cautious, be disciplined, be very only thing which I like is serious and sincere devotees. Seriousness means we have a talk. Devotees can enjoy in a closed room. 2 devotees together can relish something. But publicly, should be very self-disciplined. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. I'll stop here. We'll have association of more senior Vaishnavas evenings, and we'll go and take association of Dinabandhu Prabhu also every day in the mornings. Thank you very much. Any questions? Yes, Yagyapadhi. Give me the mic if you have a mic. Cordless mic here?
Thank you very much for explaining introduction as always. The question is, whenever we are in Dham, we are very surcharged with the association of spirituality. And then we go back, immediately the effect goes up. It's actually really, I don't know. But this is general, so I have been with the devotee for many years and many years. But the same effect, same thing happens again and again. Whenever we go back, the moment we arrive at Govinda station, we can actually, I can personally feel that the entire sarkar of religious sarkar in the Dham and the moment, the mood of the devotion completely disappears. So the only thing which we can take away and we can relish and we can release that tendency, something which is something which happens unknowingly and then we continue that our
Thank you. Very good question, and I appreciate your honest question. Good question. Thank you. There are 2 answers. One is don't leave the dham. Na rahegi baas, na bajegi. That is not possible. So Srila Prabhupada said, carry the dham in your heart. So which means, if we always take sankalpa to grow in spiritual life, the material world, we get busy or pulled into it because of the challenges, right? All of you agree with this? The material world has challenges, so you have to create spiritual challenges. Spiritual challenges is the only way I have, in my understanding, my own sadhana, my own endeavors cannot help me much. I depend on mercy. Mercy comes by two ways: by deep prayers and association. But association will also only if you do some service. Correct? Which devotee will give you association without service? So we have to invest our heart into service and take risk to fulfill that service. Actually, that makes us pray so much, and that prayers actually helps us. That is why it is said the essence of the 10th Srimad Bhagavatam is Vaishnava Bhajans. What is Vaishnava Bhajans all about? Prayers. So it's very important to do service, take some risk. If you don't take some risk, some challenge, some sankalpa, then it's like we have taken Krishna consciousness cheaply. Then तो बोलते ना वो a thief is punished by the police, but if a police is caught stealing, he is punished more. Correct or not? So knowingly, if we go into ignorance, then suffering is more because we have knowledge. We have knowledge. So it's good to fight with a spiritual challenge than surrendering to material, struggle. Struggle will be there. Material pulling will be there. That's what my experience has been. I always keep my benchmark very up to achieve something, and devotees with me, you ask them, you are with me already, you know it. So keep the benchmark very high. So that's one way, the best way I feel. Because prayers are very important. Helplessness is very important to pray to the Lord. Then the prayers gives us a lot of strength, but we cannot superficially pray, Lord, please, I want to become nice devotee, but I do this also, I do that also, but I want to become a nice devotee. The prayer means, I want to do this for you, and these are the challenges I have. Then Krishna guides actually. Because you are doing what you want to do. The Lord, Paramatma, is looking at you like this. What are you doing and what do you mean? What do you pray and what do you want? Even while praying, if it's an external prayer, the Lord is looking at you. Acha, like that. What is in your heart? That's why devotees' heart, mind, and mouth should be same. Then your words will have effect. It will change people's life. And that's why we need association prayers. Okay? I hope that answers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll stop here. We'll stop here, and tomorrow morning, where are we going, Narottam Prabhu? So tomorrow morning we are going to Kamyavan. Very, very beautiful place. That's one of the places where Krishna made Ram Setu. He did Ram pastime there. Very beautiful place, Kamyavan. Buses will leave at 6:30 from Radhe Dham. So please be on time. Those who have arrived today need to collect their wristbands from Shantivardhan. Where is he? Shantivardhan, see that? Is one of our greatest kirtaniyars here in the planet today. We have his association. Congregation Prasadam will be served in the Tarachand guest house, which is next, and the boys' Prasadam will be served here. And be enthusiastic to serve Prasadam. Please be enthusiastic to eat fast and help the devotees who are serving, so that those who are serving, they can take Prasadam. Okay? Everywhere, not only here, everywhere where we go. That's one request I have. Hare Krishna. Anything else, sir?